everyone, Christina here. Welcome to another video for assignmentsastamp.com. Today I'm going to be showing you a little bit of this brand new card kit. This is the December 2013 card kit from assignmentsastamp.com. If you are a card kit subscriber, you will receive this kit in the mail automatically. But if not, you can pick this kit up at assignmentsastamp.com. I'm starting out with some Neenah Desert Storm environmental cardstock. This is going to be my card base, so I've cut it to be a finished folded size of 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 tall with the fold at the top. And now I'm using this Post-it tape. It's a masking tape, and I never thought I would use this tape as much as I do. I use it all the time now. So I've masked off kind of a band near the bottom of the front of the card, and then I masked off everything above the fold. That's because as I do some stenciling and adding some ink to it, I don't want any of the ink to go onto the back of the card. So I'm using this stencil that comes in the kit. This is the Marianne Snowflake stencil, and I'm using it with some Hero Arts Unicorn ink. It's a really great white pigment ink, and I've just taken a little foam blending square. You could use a sponge or whatever you have on hand, and I'm sponging on that ink over the stencil. I'm just holding it with my fingers as I pounce that ink on. Now, in hindsight, if I would have been thinking before I started my stenciling, I would have just put down a piece of paper right underneath that card, and I wouldn't have to worry about using any masking tape off to the sides. But I didn't do that, so I just used another piece of masking tape underneath the stencil over on the side of the card, and I eventually moved it over to the other side of the card so that I could continue on with all of my stenciling. So I did this so that it covered the entire card front, and I made sure that I used a lot of white ink right along those edges of that masking paper so that as I peel off the masking paper, I have a nice clean edge, and you can see that area right there. I'm going to be stamping from the stamp set this XO and then Merry Christmas, and I mounted it on my compact stamp press by first arranging them on my work surface and then pressing it onto my stamp press. I stamped it in more of that unicorn ink, so it's nice, bright and white. And now I'm going to bring in some red Royal Shadow ink from Hero Arts, and I'm using the little tiny bow stamp that comes in the stamp set, and I'm using it on top of the letter O to make the O look like a wreath. So then it kind of brings in the whole theme of Merry Christmas. And now to bring in more red to other areas of the card, I'm stamping this little red heart that comes in the stamp set, and I'm putting it in the center of the snowflakes, and there's only 3 that you can see the center of the snowflake, so I just stamped that 3 times. And then to bring in more red, I'm going to use a little tiny dot stamp, 2 of them actually, from the Simon Says Stamp Lots of Dots stamp set. Now this stamp set doesn't come in the kit, but you could use any stamp set that has little tiny dots in it, or a little tiny flower, or just a really small little stamp. There's quite a few stamp sets out there that include little tiny dots like this, so always hold on to those little stamps because you can use them in instances like this where you just need to add a little bit of color. I love that this kind of looks like berries. I used my Uniball Signo Broad white gel pen to add some dashed lines above and below the greeting, and that just brings in more white and finishes off that edge. And then I decided to go over that bow stamp one more time just to make it a nice vibrant red, make it really stand out on top of that white ink. And I rounded the corners of the card, and that is it. Super simple and easy. Be sure to check out the card kit over at assignmentsastamp.com, and I will see you guys next time. Thanks for watching.